Benders post game on YouTube, presented by the Inside the Rink Podcast Network through InsideTheRink.com. Subscribe now. Hit the thumbs up for us. Jump into the chat. It's already on fire. Benders banter later, 3 up, 3 down. Tell us your sips on a Saturday night in Montreal, hockey night in Canada. The Boston Bruins with a 3-2 win. I'll tell you what, you can use all the superlatives and the adjectives, gutsy, all those things. Just a grinder. Team showed a lot, continues to show a lot. They've showed a lot of resilience in some of the games that they've been behind. But tonight they showed that with guys going down and things not going right at times in Montreal, and then the officiating shoving it up their ass, that they can come out with a win. And this,
rivalry's back, baby. Rivalry's back.
Is this team more for real than we think?
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
I guess. Like, I don't know how it happens, but I guess.
I tell you what, I think most of it is they play their asses off. I really think that's what it is.
They do.
They don't have a ton of talent. They don't. And they lost one of their talented guys early in the game. McAvoy took a deflected slap shot to the face and was bloody, did not return. Hopefully he's okay. Didn't look good. Looked like maybe a broken cheek, broken jaw type situation. Probably lost a couple of teeth. And then they had one right-handed D-man after that.
They did.
So we talked about that before. Their right-handed depth. If one of those two guys goes down, is going to be tested. Well, one of those two guys went down, and hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. But didn't look great. And then they looked like they lost Arvidsson late in the game. There, he was racing to beat out an icing, kind of pulled up lame, looked like a groin. Went straight down the tunnel, didn't return. So, down 3 of their top forwards, and McAvoy now going forward, the depth is going to be tested, and they battled their asses off tonight. Swayman was fantastic. We've crushed the guy at times tonight. He was nails. Big save after big save, especially on the penalty kill. 2 5-on-3s, extended 5-on-3s. Penalty kill was awesome. We crushed Sean Corrali. Wins a big face-off late. Makes a play to get it clear. Yeah. He made some big plays late in the game. It was a total team effort tonight. I thought everybody, stepped up and made plays when they had to, and it was enough tonight to get the win.
I think that they're showing, first of all, it does show that they're a pretty together group. We've seen signs of that when Pastrnak scored the goal and everything, but it helps when you're a together type of group. Everybody was kind of pulling the rope tonight, as you said, and Corrali did have 7 minutes of penalty killing time. I think he played on 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And he had 7 minutes of penalty kill time. They had 7 power plays, 2 long 5-on-3s. Didn't score a power play goal. The Peeke was terrific. And like you said, we talked about that right shot D thing, and we probably jinxed them.
We might have.
And here we are. I think that's probably a jaw, I'm up underneath the jaw. Hopefully it's just, I don't know what that means. I don't know if he'd play through something like that. I don't know. But it didn't look too great. So that's a major problem, not just because of the player McAvoy is, but because of that right side. And I don't know if you have a ton of it in the farm. Do you have to go out and make a move if he's out 2 months? That's something that we'll have to see if they can survive with the Asparats and the Callahans and the and those types of guys. I don't know.
You don't really want to see a guy playing his offside for 2 months.
No.
So I don't know what they have in Providence on the right side. I feel like if it was anybody that was great, they'd be up already.
Yeah, right.
That doesn't bode particularly well.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe they, there's been some guys waived here recently. Maybe somebody tries to push a right-handed defenseman through waivers and the Bruins, pounce at some point. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they can sustain this. But hell, right now, your first place Boston Bruins. Who would have thought that?
First place,
20 games in or whatever it is.
First place by themselves, and Monday night is the quarter mark of the season. And if you said to me that they would be first place by themselves heading into Monday night's quarter mark, I would have said you were an absolute fool. No. But now, like you said, injuries might be mounting a little. It's going to be a tester to go to West Coast right when they lose McAvoy, which isn't great. So I don't know. I mean, it's still a little bit of time here to see if they can pull through this too. But right now, I mean, it just seems as though the 12-8, it just seems as though they're better than we thought. In that, as much as we rip on them, that Sweeney and Neely had a decent plan and kind of saw this type of thing. I don't know if this surprises them or not, but it seems as though this is what they kind of envisioned, and this is what they have.
Yeah, I think it is what they envisioned. Honestly, I think the entire league is surprised it's working.
I think
not
so.
Just us.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody thinks or thought that they would be a bottom 10 team in the league. Their roster, is a bottom 10 roster in the league. It just is.
It is.
If you go talent for talent around the league, they aren't comparable with a lot of the other rosters around the league. Now, we've talked about it before. If you play hard, that's 90% of the battle. Mm-hmm. If you in hockey, the margins aren't that great.
Right.
So if you play your ass off, you're going to be in most games, and most of the time they play their asses off. Look, can they do it for another 5 months? We'll see. I mean, it's gonna grind them down, I think, after a while.
It is.
But right now, Sturm's got them buying in, believing, and they're getting contributions up and down the lineup.
They are.
Arvidsson scores tonight on a great pass from Zacha. Lohrei chips in a goal on a shot ready on the point. Montembeault's got to make a save there. It was the same thing we would have blamed Swayman on the other night.
Yeah, that's a low blocker.
Yeah, need a save there. Yeah, it dipped. But you need a save there.
You do.
He was off.
And then Nutty with a fucking goal.
And Nutty with a goal. Nutty with the coming in on the partial breakaway with a snipe off the crossbar.
Yeah.
Geekie had a breakaway. If they had been able to finish some of those chances, they might have had a little more breathing room there at the end. But still ended up with the W.
It's funny. Jonesy says Jackass. What the fuck is his name? Jackass? Jack
Guy.
He says he's trying to win Scrabble. The Canadians. And it starts with Jack Guy and what's his Zadorov.
It was Zadorov.
Zadorov and Struble.
Zadorov and Struble, and then Jeannot and Jack Guy. And Jeannot, one Canadiens fan said that Arbor, like he's fucking best buddies with the guy, clearly slips before he was punched. And I replied and said, no, it was a fucking right hand to the chin is why he slipped.
Stunned him. Yeah.
That's why he fucking went down. Yeah. It was a right hand to the fucking jawbone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, he fucking drilled
Sorry,
him.
buddy.
Yeah.
And sorry, John, too. But he fucking smashed him with a right hand.
Yeah. I mean, his chin immediately goes to his chest, and he's out. He's done. Like, that was it. But that was a Struble and Zadorov maybe a half hour before the game saying we're going tonight. Like, that was just and that's kind of what I kind of envisioned something happening. Not that, but something.
Seemed like it.
I thought there'd be a fight. I thought it'd be high intensity. The Canadiens got blasted twice in a row at home.
Sure. Yep.
The Bruins just lost. It's Bruins Canadiens. The Bruins are built for this type of thing in this type of environment because of their piss and vinegar thing. And that's how it started. And I think it was good for the Bruins to start that way. And maybe that's why Zadorov did it, is to make sure the Bruins started on time because of what the Canadiens have been through recently. And I thought that
absolutely.
Good.
I mean, usually when we go up there, we don't start well.
No.
The Canadiens are all over us. And either we take a penalty and they score on the power play, or they just score in the first 5 minutes of the game, and then you're chasing the game. The crowd's into it. It was a good move by Zadorov, and he won the fight too, which helps, because if the Canadiens had won that fight, I think the crowd, is into it even more than they already were.
Sure.
The Bruins certainly held their own in the physicality and the, fisticuffs and the piss and vinegar department tonight, for sure.
And I think it was important because you had to keep Canadians down, because they had lost a couple, and they're super talented, and to get the first goal, was a big one too. Just to take a little bit of the steam out of it. Victoria says that on X, it seems as though McAvoy is undergoing testing, and Sturm was hopeful he'd fly home tonight. So that might be a decent.
I don't know. Maybe they're monitoring him for a concussion or something like that.
Maybe.
Possible.
Luckily, it was deflected a little, and it wasn't dead on.
Yeah.
But boy, that's a scary thing. So tonight they get the goal from Houston Enoff. They get the goal from Lohrei, who I thought played pretty well, and he actually played a little bit more firmer. Berkeley was talking about how he had to be firm with his passing, firm with his play, and he made some body position kind of plays tonight that looked like he was a little bit more physically into it, which I thought was important for him. That's how he has to play.
Absolutely.
It was McAvoy.
Absolutely. He doesn't have to go around and be Zadorov.
No.
Everybody knows that's not his game. But in your defensive zone, look, you're a big kid. Use some strength, use some body position, angle guys off. You don't have to crush anybody. That's not your game. But angle guys off and break plays up. That's what Brandon Carlo used to do all the time. If you want to play defensively with a great stick position, and angle guys off and steal pucks and then make a good outlet pass, that's all we're asking for in the defensive zone. Just don't get scored on. Don't be weak in front of your own net, and be a little stiffer along the wall and win some puck battles.
Win pucks in the corners.
And then make smart plays. Don't make dumb plays. Like Morgan Geekie towards the end of the game, I'm screaming at the fucking TV.
Oh, yeah.
Along the wall, and he just chips it out into the slot. Dude, there's 20 seconds left. Eat the puck on the fucking wall and hold it there.
He's trying to make a play, like an exit play.
Make a goddamn play. You're up one goal.
Lay on the puck.
Fucking puck, dude.
Yeah,
Eat
I know. That's the type of shit that can really lead to bad things. And he does, sometimes he does some of those things. He's an offense guy. He's a, I want to go score goals kind of guy, which is fine. That's fine.
You need some of those.
We need some of those guys. We need a couple more.
Yeah, you do.
For sure. But it was nice to see. This is what was brought in for. And God bless. Like, I immediately see Hags. This is what I love. I love for this very thing. I do too, but not for 5 fucking years, Hags.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Yes, I get it. I get it. He doesn't. Yes, as you said, when it happened, you were like, I like the player.
Sure.
I don't like the commitment to the player.
No.
Yes.
No, I am perfect. Same with Elias Lindholm. Like, if you want to sign Elias Lindholm,
right,
and you want to sign him for 7 years, sign him for 7 years at 4.5. Then I'm perfectly fine with the thing.
Right.
I'm perfectly fine.
You need a discount with it. Yeah.
Yeah. You're paying for his production from fucking 5 years ago.
Right.
Like, can we not outbid ourselves on guys?
Right.
It's the thing that like, I'm fine with the player. Just don't give him 5 years. You brought in Asimont for 1. You brought in, some other guys. Corrali, I guess, was 2. But you brought in some other guys on 1 to 2 year deals. Like, if you've given 2 years at 3.5, I would say, you're still probly overpaid, but it's fine.
Fine. Yeah,
it's fine.
5 years. 5 years.
Yeah.
But hey, for the first 20 games, great. 4 more years of it, 4.5 more years of it, 4 3/4 more years of it, for Tanner Jeannot. And then Swayman. Swayman was just, fantastic. This is what we need. This is what the Bruins need out of Swayman. He's 8.25 was every bit of it tonight. And then we haven't been able to say that a lot since the playoffs. Like, 2 years ago. Like, it's just, it just hasn't been there completely, like the consistency. I thought he went down a little early on the friggin' goal, the 2-on-1 goal, but whatever. And he seemed to be, leaning towards going down quickly, especially in the beginning of the game. I don't know what that was about, trying to see it or something. But as the game went on, he got a lot more on his angle, got a lot more aggressive, and really covered a lot of the net, which, this is what he needs to do.
Yeah, I thought he was excellent tonight. I did. And they needed it, especially on the penalty kill and the 5-on-3. Goaltender is the best penalty killer, all that bullshit. So he was that tonight for them, and they needed him to be. That's why you pay the guy. Go into Montreal and not steal a big game, but steal a big game. Yeah, and he did that tonight. And kudos to him. I'd like to see some other games where you talk about the consistency, and I think that's the biggest problem with right now. He's won 5 in a row, but he's still giving up a softie. His focus drifts from time to time. Like, I'd like to see him clean that up. Well, aren't you Debbie Downer? Yeah, a little bit. But he's had some games where he's just completely out of it. But tonight he was in it from the start, and they needed him to be, and he was big for them in the win.
There are times, as Zach says, when he's kind of twitchy, and there is, and I can't put my finger on exactly what it is, but it just seems a little. 4 and 5 on the road. This is another concern for me, is the road play. So this was good that they got this type of win on the road, because the way they're built, I'm not sure that there'd be a great road team, just because the offense is still something that can disappear. And I'm still waiting for it to disappear. The goaltending can be kind of shaky on the road, with momentum and crowd. And so I still don't know what kind of road team this is. And that's going to be the difference for me, I think. If they can win their fair share of road games, then they might make the playoffs.
I think that's true. I think they started off really bad on the road, so they've won a few here more recently.
Right.
But it does make a difference, when they're the other team has the matchups on the road. If you don't have a great forward group and the other group can, the other coach can dictate what the matchups are and can put, their best players out against maybe your third or fourth line guys, they might have an advantage there. So because of kind of the lack of depth of scoring and whatever, you might run into some issues there on the road. But if the Bruins can play, they talked about wanting to be a 500 team. If they can get back up around there and win 2/3 of the games at home, you're looking at a playoff team.
Yeah. The power play tonight, another power play goal coming into the game, 6th in the NHL.
Bruins 1970 is not going to let that one slip. He said, "Did Matty just say they're making the playoffs?"
No.
It sounded like you did.
No, I said if they win enough road games,
okay,
obviously they can do it.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Wait, play that go. Are you fucking kidding me? Play that one.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Right, that one. I don't know. I mean, look, the more I look at it, the more I see that maybe some of the other teams, maybe there aren't as many like real dominant teams as there were. Like I'm basing this team coming in with this lineup based on like the last couple of years of the Lightning, the Panthers, the Maple Leafs, like really stout teams, like big offensive teams, like heavy and playoff built and all that. That's kind of what I was gauging it on. But now I look at these teams and I'm like, Toronto isn't very good, or at least not right now. Panthers have been banged up. Lightning are up and down. Like, now I'm thinking maybe people are back to the pack and you can kind of slide in.
I think you can. Look, the whole Eastern Conference is down. I mean, at one point, I think everybody was around 500. So they're playing, decent, I guess, but no one's kind of running away with it. But everybody seems to have injuries now. The condensed schedule, Jack Hughes just cut his finger off at a steakhouse or whatever. He's out 2 months.
Right.
I mean, like, Austin Matthews is out, Barkov's out, Tkachuk's out, Brady Tkachuk's out. There's tons of injuries in the Eastern Conference. So it does kind of open things up. I mean, we're starting to deal with some now. Who knows how long McAvoy is going to be out. So there's a bunch of injuries on a bunch of teams. Maybe the Bruins can take advantage of that.
Or right now they're
or at least hang around for a bit. And
yeah. Well, like you said, if they play hard and Pastrnak is healthy and the goaltending is good, then yeah, they can hang around for a while. Sure. I think that the Bruins, though, among all those other teams, can ill afford to have the injuries that, say, the Panthers have had. There's just not enough there.
No.
Like, they can't afford to do that thing. No. So if McAvoy's out a while and then someone in the forward group, Geekie or someone, gets banged, then now you're really getting thin. And as hard as you play, thin is thin.
Lord and Savior, Patrick Brown, coming on down.
Fucking
rock. It probably will be.
Patrick. I'll tell you right now.
Blue Mel, maybe.
I'll tell you right now. Tuesday night, if Arvidsson's out and Monday Riley Tufte gets in that thing, he better get on this program. Like, he better get on this program from TD Garden, so we can talk to him about it. But he scored again tonight. Tufte,
yep.
For him.
Friend of the program.
Yeah, Jesus, having just a great year. So then the other thing is the faceoffs. Like tonight, like you mentioned, Corrali had one late that was good, and then Kastelic had that last one where he won it with 2.4 left. They were 33-23 from the dot. So, again, that's those types of winning hockey, especially defensive zone draws, to alleviate the pressure. The defense is going to be scary if McAvoy misses time, and that's it's going to be scary. It's already scary at times.
I mean, yeah, it is. Scary. I mean, if McAvoy's off his game, it's already scary.
Yes.
But he's been playing upwards of 24 minutes a night. That's a lot of minutes to replace.
Sure is.
Over time. So you really hope that he's, it's not too bad, or he throws on a cage like Chara did and comes back out and plays. I feel like, if it's the regular season, it's the regular season, so I don't know if you'll see that.
Right.
Try to let him heal. I think if it was playoffs, he'd probably throw a cage on and go. But, we'll see how that all shakes out.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, Benders Banter brought to you by Evolve ABA, offers consulting services from a board-certified behavior analyst to adult day programs, residences, schools, and even businesses using the principles of applied behavior analysis. Evolve ABA is also pleased to offer staff training in collaboration with parents of children with autism and other special needs wishing to learn more about the science of applied behavior analysis. To learn more about Evolve ABA, call Sean Daly at 774-823-5016 or visit evolveaba.net. And this thing was banging again during of course, when the game starts with a fight, then everybody gets all jammed up.
Yeah, everybody.
Victoria says so many penalties. It was 56 total PIMs. It was 7 power plays for Montreal, 2 5-on-3s, some weird shady penalties called. The Lindholm, he kind of sort of went into him, but that's an embellishment. That has to be matching.
Yeah, if you're gonna call that, you got to call them both.
You do. And here's the other thing: there were 2 different scrums where they called matching penalties that they should just let go. Well, one was Gallagher and somebody, and the other one was Evans and somebody. Geekie, I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
Look at that type of shit. You're not going to call that in the playoffs. Don't call it now.
No. Those ones I don't have a problem with, just because there was fights off the hop. So I think they're trying to.
So they're doing that thing.
They're trying to get control of the game thing. Okay. It's a we don't want this to get out of hand kind of a thing. Yeah, I think so. They're trying to, kind of rein it in. Which I mean, as a hockey fan, I'm with you. I would like to see them let that go, because then you get more entertainment, because there's going to be more scrums. There's going to be more fucking, jamming in front and all that good shit that we like.
Yeah.
But I could see where the officials are coming from as far as that goes. As far as the penalties and that kind of shit, like, I didn't love some of those calls at all. But
I hate that fucking hard on the stick slashing call. You're not slashing someone's body. Like, you're just going hard on the stick. Those things snap like twigs.
Right.
It's just, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like, I just fucking hate it. Just a stupid fucking penalty to call. I can't stand it.
I'm with you.
Here's the other thing. I don't feel great if you're in Montreal and Francois Saint-Laurent
Well,
is
yeah.
the fucking official. You know what I mean? Like, seriously?
Yeah.
Can it be, Joe Smith? You know what I mean?
Right.
Jesus Christ. Like,
well, you know what they should do? They should do, but Chris Rooney's against us because he wants to prove he's not a homer ref.
Yeah.
Throw
we get it, Kevin.
Yeah, throw fucking Francois and Chris Rooney there together and have
together.
Fucking
oh God, they'll
fucking Montreal
trying to fucking call the other team.
I know.
Jesus Christ. Zach Hayes many moons ago said, "I gotta go. My wife's mad. I'm yelling. Be back later." Yeah, I mean we hear that. Pejman, death, taxes, and horseshit calls at Bell Center.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Who was it? Odysseys who had that question about teams you hate, or whatever it was.
Yes. Yeah.
And I said, this is exactly why it'll be Montreal till the end of time.
Yeah.
Till after I'm dead and buried. Like it'll be Montreal. This is why. I can't get there with any other team. I can't. This is something in my bloodstream. So
I'm with you. I'm with you. I mean, I've seen it too much growing up where it's just like, anytime the Bruins play in Montreal, the first call is against the Bruins. Always. Mm-hmm. Drives me nuts. And then they score. They usually score. And it's usually the first call is usually a fucking dive. Someone fucking dives. Yeah. They call it. Or, the first time it happens, Montreal dives. They don't call it. The crowd fucking boos like crazy. Right. The second time, Montreal dives. They call it. Mm-hmm. Montreal fucking scores. And then I'm fucking out of my mind crazy. And the Bruins are chasing the game the rest of the
Every time.
Every fucking time.
Every time. The old Montreal Forum. It was dark. It was dreary. It was just the
filled
worst.
With cigarette smoke and
oh God,
Bruins.
Everybody in their suits, $500 suits, smoking fucking Swisher Sweets, and fucking. It's just like I just can't take it. It's just ingrained in me. I can't take it. Power play goal here would be huge, says Matthew Curtis. It has not been a good period. He must have been talking about that. Was he talking about the second period?
Probably the first.
The first period. It would be huge and would feel like some justice after
8:49. That was probably the second. That was
second period. Yeah. Fuckface Mujanel, says Odysseys, having beef with any sorts of skilled player down in Providence. Think he's some fucking captain from Full Metal Jacket or something. There goes player development. Yeah.
We just like to clarify, Mooj, that is not either of the Benders speaking.
Yeah, what is that thing you say at the end? The opinions of those not with us or not ours.
Opinions expressed on this program do not views of the host and whatever, because we still need to get Riley Dufty on the show.
We say that out loud, but
yeah.
Sway needs to be 2023 Sway for the rest of the game, and he was.
Yes.
What's that? This team too lovable right now. That is true. What an effort. Even Sway, really big game from him. What a response after the shorthanded goal. All right, Connor.
You just get a response about what's happening on the show. Be like, what do you mean? That's not what we said.
No,
it's reading what somebody said.
Yeah, we're just reading people's
That's
things.
why
we have no opinion on anything.
Little clarification,
we don't
on the Mooj man.
No, Mooj. Hey, they're 11-1 or whatever. Like they're
11-1 tonight. They did. Lash Mellis and OT.
Lash Mellis, he had one. He went early too, so he had 2 goals tonight.
Yeah, he won it in OT.
Victoria Lohrei actually playing decent tonight, and I agree with you, Victoria. I think Lohrei there was a definite difference in his game. Specifically, take away the goal because we know he could do that occasionally. It's the defense and the body positioning and stuff. I just thought he played with more conviction, and he needs to continue.
Yeah, I thought the first game back he was good, and then the last game he wasn't good. Wasn't particularly good, and then tonight he was good again. So,
I'll tell you what, though, him and Apricots are much better than him and Geekie. How are you?
Yeah, Yoki's going to be back in, though.
He is.
I wonder who what the pairings are going to look like. That'll be interesting.
I would say it's going to be. I would say Lindholm, Peeke up top, Zadorov, Jokiharju, back to that thing, and then Lohrei apricots. That's what I would say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
How I do it the first game. Yeah,
that makes sense.
That breakaway is on apricots being too cute in the 4-on-4 hybrids kicked in. He saw a glimpse of Makar on his own flexor reflection or something. You know what? I'll tell you this. You actually said it on X, and I rewatched it, and I think you're right. Pasternak's pass is terrible. And it kind of leads apricots too far deep. And now he's in no man's land. Yes. And when Pastrnak makes a pass, he has to think to himself, boy, that's a shit-ass pass. And he start getting back. He waits. He does. And then starts skating. And that's where the back end hurt. Too late. Yeah. So I don't know if it was really apricots.
That was on Pastrnak. Look, apricots needs to have better clock awareness there. Yes, for sure.
Yes.
Like, he needs to get it to Pastrnak, and then if he stays back, Pastrnak doesn't make the pass.
He doesn't.
But he's trying to give him like a little give and go thing. Right. He needs to have better clock awareness. So that part is
100% sure.
Yeah, that part is on apricots. But the pass was bad, and then Pasta stood there, and then it turned the other way quickly, and Zadorov kind of pressured instead of playing it as a 2-on-1, and they got it to Caulfield, and he made no mistake.
Yeah.
If Pastrnak gets back right away, it's a 2-on-2, and you don't see a breakaway there. But he didn't. So there you go.
How about the Montreal fans cheering the replay of McAvoy's injury? Those separatist French. Even the Canadiens players were like, "Hey, you want to come out here?"
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Tough third awaits if we are down on CMAC. Hope he is okay. It was a tough third. I'll tell you what, they gutted it the fuck out. Like,
they did.
It was 3-2 going into it, and they scored late. And I'm like, McAvoy's out. I'm like, this is not going to end well. And then the Canadiens are kind of carrying play and looking for that goal. And the Bruins just did everything they could to keep the puck out of the net and manage it the best they could. And I thought it was really impressive. I think this is a really big win for them.
Absolutely.
They can't go to the West Coast and lose 3.
But right Carolina at home. What? Carolina at home.
Carolina at home. Yeah, that's, and they already beat Carolina at home. Yes. Yeah. But I think it's a big win for them, particularly to win on the road in that type of environment. I really do. And they caught Montreal at a good time. Let's not forget that. They caught them at a good time. When Newhook's out for months, Gooley's out for months. They're a little banged up. They're a little downtrodden. They got blasted 12-1 in 2 combined in 2 games.
Yeah,
at home. So it was a good time to catch them too. But Montreal started getting back to their game, and the Bruins hung in. Michael Johnson, I can't believe they put this game on NHL Network, and I can't watch it on ESPN Plus. The NHL is really dumb sometimes. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of reasons for their stupidity.
Yeah.
Don't want to watch a hockey night in Canada ever again, says Matthew Curtis. We've been growing up with hockey night in Canada.
Yeah.
Also, wouldn't mind a blow up from the Bruins at least one time this year. Not every game needs to be an absolute ass clencher. Well, that's the other thing we talked about at the beginning of the year. They're going to have to win close games. They're not going to blow teams out. They aren't. They're not going to score 7 goals. They're not. They're scoring more than they thought they would. But it's not the type of team that's gonna win going away a lot.
They're like 6th or 7th in the league in offense right now. Something
they are. I know. Offense isn't the problem.
And lately, defense hasn't been the problem either.
No, so now the goaltending's not the problem either. It's a perfect fucking team you got here. No worries at all.
No worries at all. Unless you play Ottawa, then you can worry.
Ottawa. Don't imagine they do pretty well and they play Ottawa in the first round. That's not a good matchup. No. Dan Maynard, that RV play could have been unreal. Arvidsson, I'll tell you what, Arvidsson's that guy you play at the Y with, and he's running around like playing like too hard. Like he's so hard he's playing recklessly, and you don't know you don't know what he's doing, and he's like settled down guy. He's like Chip Douglas in Cable Guy. He's just like, it's like settle down guy. Like, settle down. But he does some good things out there. I mean, he plays. Talk about a guy playing hard. That guy plays so hard. Sometimes out of control, but he plays hard as hell.
He does.
I've never seen a guy just turn and fire the puck in any which way. It doesn't matter.
He's chipping in offensively, though.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's got 6 goals.
Yeah, I think.
Jesus. Geeks just flying in for the fight. I thought that was good of Geeks that's not something I thought he had in him.
No.
He kind of went to his teammate's defense and got into the scrum.
Yeah.
And sometimes that stuff's kind of contagious, or you feel like you have to do it, or you're going to be the pussy in the corner.
Exactly right.
Sometimes you got to feel that way.
I think if you have enough guys doing that, and everybody's kind of pulling on the rope, like you said, I think that is contagious. I think guys have to go in there.
Yes,
they're going to hear about it from teammates, or they feel like they need to stick up for a guy that they're tight with now.
So I agree.
I think it helps. I think it helps when everybody on the team is willing to stick up for everyone else.
Yeah. Trying to make my fucking lunch and can't take my eyes off this game, says Dan Maynard. And then Zacha should have a hat trick, but he can't bury a dead body, says Pejman. God bless the soul. I mean, that's the difference between him and Bergeron. Like, he'd be more, I would compare him to Bergeron if he could fucking finish and give you more offensively. You know what I mean? He'd be actually a decent comparison to him if he could do that, but he just can't. He's fistful of hundreds, and he's walking around the brothel, and no one wants him. Yeah,
I mean, he's had a lot of chances side of the net where he just hasn't been able to.
No, he had those 2 in that one play.
Yeah,
they put one of those in. But he does some really good things too. Like he does some really good things out there. We could and we should, says Pejman. Unfortunately, can't put anyone away. We'll be on issue all night, all season. Every game with a mead is holding on to dear life. Swayman steals a game for the first time since the 23-24 playoffs. That's correct. I thought the same. Mm-hmm. It took me about 25 minutes to get my lunch in the air fryer because I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. What a game, says Dan Maynard. Rainforest, Bees played a great game. Pasta overpassing, in my opinion. He does a little bit of that. Like, I think he's starting to fall in love with the playmaking thing. I think he likes to pass. Like, he likes to make really not great plays. You know what I mean? He loves those things. So sometimes he looks for like the extra pass to make it an even greater play, and when he should probably shoot the puck.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
he has made other guys better
shots tonight, I believe, though.
Yeah, he was very
involved tonight.
Yeah. Power play goal here would be huge. It is. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. We already had that one. Hopefully this game starts a new rivalry with the Habs, and we see them in the playoffs for the next couple seasons, says Jacob. And Jacob, both teams have to be good, and you really need a playoff series.
Yep.
To restart that thing, because it would be like this times 10 for 7 games. And that's what you need. And it hasn't happened since 2014. So that's part of the issue.
100%.
So I think you need that.
Pastrnak tonight, by the way, had 2 assists, 5 shots, 3 shots missed. So he took 8 shots. So he was doing
almost had that fucking beauty. Where he went inside out and then pushed it a little bit further ahead. Oh my God.
Yeah.
If that went in, that would have made it 4-2. That would have been like, wow.
Yeah.
Toronto trailing with a minute left tonight. They must have lost that one, right?
I believe.
Zach Hayes, fuck yeah, boys. Fuck the Habs. Good road win. And Toronto has lost again, too. Beautiful day, boys. It's a beautiful day, says Zach Hayes. What's with Ryan Johnston calling Peeker? Does he think he's one of the boys? Yes. I can't stand it when announcers call guys, Joe Castiglione for the Red Sox is just all time, calling guys by their first name. Like, he's not your buddy, Joe. He's not. Just call the game. And Ryan Johnston, God bless him. He's happy in the pig and shit. He gets to do this radio gig that everybody and your mother wants to do.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity for him. I don't love the guy. I don't think he does. I just don't think he's that great. He doesn't have a great voice. It's not pleasing to me listening to him. In fact, right now, I think the Bruins not since Bob Newmeyer and fucking Dale Arnold were doing the games, has there been a worse pair, in my opinion. I just don't think either one of them give you much. If Judge Surratt says, "Here it comes" one more time, then fucking here it comes, dude. Stop it. Like, we get it. So there you go. Peeker.
Guess we're not having Serrata.
We're not having Serrata. We're just eliminating guys tonight.
Fucking hell.
Here are the Canadians. That's what happens when the game starts with a fight. Then I get all fucking high blood pressure. Leafs and Sens lose big 2 points. We held on in the third, I thought, but we're good getting in lanes and blocking out. I thought they did a really good job, particularly on the 5-1-3 of getting their body in front. There wasn't a lot of shooting lanes there. They showed the behind the net view. And, Canadian fans are getting on the Canadians for not shooting or not, going more aggressively to the net, but the Bruins were just on it positionally. I thought they did a really good job in the 5-1-3.
They did a great job.
Go ahead, Connor.
So to follow up on the McAvoy stuff that you mentioned earlier, he's undergoing testing. They're hopeful he can fly home with the team tonight. Arvidsson will also miss time with a lower body injury. Unsure how long he will miss.
All right, so you get Beach back in, or do you think they'll call up?
I think Beach is still hurt, isn't he?
Or Beach is hurt, isn't he? Yeah, I think he is hurt, right? So you're gonna get maybe you probably get Patrick Brown, right? Maybe you get Tufty.
Could be.
Maybe you get Tufty.
Could be Tufty.
And they don't play Tuesday night, so he's still available.
They might be, but do they leave for the West Coast? Like, is he going to be on an airplane?
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
See what happens. Lucky charm. Imagine telling somebody 2 months ago that the Bruins and the Patriots would be leaving their divisions. Go Boston. I know. That's just
crazy as fuck.
I had neither one of them making the playoffs when I started. I don't know shit. Severed soul. I just love a win versus these assholes. Couldn't be better said. Like, my whole life, every time they beat them. I just love it. I really do. Passing is so much better right now. Maybe they're actually practicing getting actual stick-to-stick movement in some decent plays. I'll tell you what, this team does make plays. As the games go, they make more and more plays, like pretty good plays, pretty good offense. And I'm surprised. And that leads me to believe that maybe they are a little bit better than I thought.
I think they maybe changed up their offensive philosophy and system a little bit.
Yeah.
Where they can pass, not necessarily blindly, but knowing that there should be a guy in that area.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there should always be a guy at the right point. There should always be a guy at the left point. There should always be a guy, in the slot or, whatever, low circle or whatever.
Right.
And be able to, move the puck a little quicker, if they're pressured, because they know kind of, in a general idea of where somebody's going to be. So I think in the system under Monty, he kind of gave the guys free reign to go cycle and go kind of wherever they wanted. And I think it was a little too chaotic. It was a little too all over the place. It's like Connor Clifton playing offense. Like he's fucking left wing circle, then he's top of the right wing circle, then he's down and behind the net. Like, what are you doing? Like, you don't know where he's going to be at any point in time.
Right.
So,
I think that's true.
I think it's a little more structured, and I think that's leading to, a little bit better passing and, more give and goes and plays like that where they can, find each other in the ozone.
Yeah. Maybe Monty doesn't coach that well.
I mean,
maybe.
It seems like it. St. Louis is not doing very well.
Yeah.
A little quick follow-up. I wanted to talk about the block shots because McAvoy blocked that shot with his face, but he had 3 blocks. Peeke had a block. Zadorov had 2 blocks, and Hampus Lindholm had 2 blocks. So defense, on those penalty kills were blocking shots and doing kind of keeping it out.
They did a great job. Peter North's dad says, "How many PKs tonight?" 7.
7, yes.
7, Dad. Jones, tonight's sip is good old banquet beer.
Oh, that a boy.
Jesus.
Coors Banquet.
Put some hair on your chest.
Yeah.
Lohrei has looked.
That's fresh out there in Colorado.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Coors
the
banquet.
Coors. Oh,
I got Sam Adams Harvest Hellas tonight.
Okay. You got the variety pack.
I got the variety pack.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Fall.
Well, now they're going fall, right? So there's no Poitras anymore. There's no fucking what's the other one? Yeah.
No, I'm got Hellas. I got the Oktoberfest. Got the Jacko.
Jacko's great.
All
travels. Oh, it's so good.
Good shit.
You throw a fucking little bit of vanilla vodka in that sumbitch.
Oh yeah, slutty pumpkin, baby, all day long.
Slutty pumpkins, all the way through. Lohrei has looked a lot better since getting back in the lineup, Mr. Poe. He did tonight. I mean, there was a dip the last game.
Yeah.
But the first game and this game, he has looked pretty good. Hopefully he's learning, gaining a little more confidence, particularly defensively. Zane Cribbins really starting to look like the pick from the Carlo trade is going to be top 10. Actually really happy with the turn in that trade. Yeah, we were talking about that recently about Minton and the pick. At the end of the day, if you get a third line center who's with you for a while and a top 15, 20 pick, if that pick is pretty good, then that's a real fleece. Like if it's not though, then you get a third line center for Brandon Carlo, which is fine and which is good because he was at the end of the rope with you. So get something. Mm-hmm. And if you get an everyday player who plays third line center, great. But not the fleecing that I think people want to say right off. I mean, I got to give that thing time.
Yeah, Minton's got to turn into a little bit more than what he's been.
Yes.
And he showed some flashes, but like I've talked about before, I think the release is a little slow. So he's got to work on that. And if he can work on that, I think he has a pretty good shot and he can score goals. And he already plays a pretty good defensive game, which is probably why the Bruins wanted him in the fucking first place, which, I guess is fine. But, like you said, if it's a third line center for a number 2 right D, I don't know if it's a great trade.
I just think it's kind of an even Steven, maybe.
If the pick turns into something, it is.
Oh, then it is. But that you need a couple of years. Let's check that thing out. JMQY9MJ, another temporary password for a username.
No. R2D2.
R2D2. Hi, guys. Hi.
Hi there, JM.
Thanks for jumping in.
JM.
Yeah, we're going to shorten it. We're a nickname guys. And we're short in name guys. Tonight's sip is Habs fans' tears. Pejman, correct. Sipping on those salty tears.
Do you think Mr. Poe 22 is Jim Poe, who used to be our manager at Sturm?
Sweep the gutters.
Yeah.
Jim Poe used to get us in trouble for
your name, Jim? Mr. Poe 22? Jim Poe used to work at the Star Market in Waltham.
Jim Poe's still alive, you think?
I don't know.
That was
probably I think it's Mr. Poe 22. I think it's Jim Poe. Star Market in Waltham.
Favorite number.
Yeah.
Anywho, killing off 2 of 5 5-1-3s is wild.
It is.
It was excellent. Anyone else noticed Zadorov communicates with the team like someone who should have a letter on them? I'm not saying a C, but he commands movement. He does have a lot of respect to the players. Some of it intimidating, some of it because he's vocal and because he preaches the gospel and all that. So he does have some respect from the team. He has been good in the media talking about the team, and he's vocal. Really surprised he didn't get an A. Originally. So I don't know if he's considered for the captaincy. I don't know. I'd rather him have it than Pastrnak, as I've said.
Yeah.
Just for the shit. I think he can carry the weight of it, Zadorov.
So
but I don't know what's going to happen. And I think it's not going to be till next year, so I'm going to table it. I'm not going to care about it. If they don't care about it right now, I don't either. So Jones, hope the best for McAvoy. Hockey hurts. It does.
It does.
That was a tough one. That was a tough one right in the jaw. Looking good tonight, Smitty with the jersey and the hat. Great win, says Joe Bandara.
Yeah,
the Stanley Cup champions hat comes back out.
Yeah,
12-8. How about that, huh?
Yeah, we got to take that out for a big win against Montreal.
Oh God.
Oh
God, yes. Oh God.
Yeah.
All the wins against Montreal. Now, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow when I wake up is I'm probably going to put on YouTube and put on the old fucking Montreal playoffs where they beat them. Thomas Plekanec for this fucking
turtleneck.
Turtleneck.
Fuck you, dude.
That asshole, Chris Higgins. Fuck those guys. Mike Camilleri and Mike Ribeiro.
Yeah. Oh, my God. They had so many slimy guys on that team.
Oh, my God. Slimy.
Yeah.
Teams can't fuck with the Bees with this lineup, says Rainforest. They can't.
And
that's definitely part of it. Like, Montreal can't match that. In fact, a lot of teams probably can't. But Montreal can't match everything that Boston brings in that thing. Problem is, talent wins. And Montreal supremely is really talented. It's going to be even more talented next year, probably. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to deal with that for the next few years. They have better young players than you do who are going to continue to grow. You have guys kind of at their ceiling for the most part. So just keep an eye on that for next year and beyond.
They have Suzuki and Caulfield and Newhook,
Slavkovsky and Demidov.
Demidov for sure. Like Newhook was having a breakout year before he got hurt. He's fast as hell. Like, they have a lot of speedy, skilled guys that can cause you problems.
Matheson's UFA.
Matheson is great. I love Matheson. Even
he'd look nice in the black and gold.
He sure would.
Yeah, maybe that's a guy they target. Is he right shot?
I don't think so.
No, left. I feel like Arvidsson has a place on this team, despite everyone talking about how Sweens is going to flip him come playoffs. Well, Cam, I don't know if that's going to happen, because if they're close to the playoffs, they're going for it. Because that's what they want. They want playoff series. Look, if this team makes the playoffs and is like first or second in the division, then Marco Sturm should be Jack Adams, and Sweeney will probably win the fucking executive of the year. Like, you'll never get rid of the guy. So, it's a double-edged sword. Sean Michael, Toronto drowning warms my heart. Yeah, I mean, it does warm you up a little bit. Saving a ton of money by not giving Marat Datsuk much of a paycheck, says Lethal Migraine. Yeah, I mean, he's making $925 of them.
Yeah, he is really good along the wall.
He is.
Because he's got enough speed to get in there on the forecheck, and he wins puck battles, man.
He's got quick fucking hands.
He wins puck battles. He's he's good at body position. Like,
he gets like underneath you, like Marchand.
I was just gonna say that. He's like Marchand, kind of going into the corners. He finds ways to get body position and use that low center of gravity to get under you and come out with the puck.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, it's really good for, to win pucks for guys like Pastrnak and Geekie that can score goals. So you might stick there for a bit.
I tell you, he's hanging in there longer than I thought. I thought it would be 4 or 5 games, and then you'd be like, okay, what are we doing? But no, he's been good. So
another goal again.
Yeah, it's another goal. Sway would be worth $9 million if he stopped the short signs in Michigan, Mike. Yeah, he does have a couple of holes there. One is the low blocker.
Low blocker.
B-Wags, we are still below 500 on the road. Yes, 4-5. Does this game create a spark for future road games? That's a great point. You know what? I think that this is the type of game you win on the road that gives you a little bit of confidence on the road. I still think the road's a thing.
Yeah.
For this team, and I still need to see them win more consistently on the road. Like, I'd like to see them go on the West Coast right now and win like 2 out of 3.
Sure.
And then I'd feel pretty good. Then I'd feel much better.
I think you're right.
I might by Christmas. I might even say they're making the playoffs.
Oh, look at this Christmas present for you.
Christmas, my birthday. My birthday present will be they're making the playoffs.
Okay. Right. I think this game could give them confidence on the road.
Sure.
Because if they say, we can go into Montreal and get a road win, we can certainly go into fucking Anaheim or LA and get a road win.
Sure.
So I think it has to give them. I think that has to give them confidence to win games on the road.
Yes.
Whether they can do it and translate that into wins is another story altogether. But it should give them confidence that they're able to do it.
Yeah. I mean, can they go into Florida? Can they go into Dallas? Can they go into Colorado? Can they go Winnipeg was a fucking house of horrors last year.
Oh my God.
Can they do that kind of thing? I mean, that's still to be determined.
Yes.
This felt like a playoff game to me, says Sean Michael. They had some of that vibe. Pejman, Swayman was great, but I'd still trade him tonight. I don't know if we'll ever see 2021 to 2024 Swayman again. that's scary given he's supposed to be entering his prime. Yeah, well, he wasn't a full-time goalie till now.
No.
So I think that's part of it, like just getting used to that thing, playing 55, 60 games. So
he's been playing pretty good lately.
He has. And if he like we talked about before, if he can get to like 915, 920 and 2-4, then that's good. That's kind of what I'd like him to be, is in that kind of range.
Sure.
And he needs to do some work to do that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dan Savapel was watching the home feed, and they were kind of praising the Bruins. Would be pissed about that if I was a Habs fan. Really? Well, look at it. It's an easy team to like, and they play their ass off, and they play tough, and they are piss and vinegar. They are. I don't drink it, but they're it.
Yeah.
They're it. So this is what they're doing. Again, can they do it for 82 games? We'll see. Let's see. Andrew Pedro. When the Bruins let up a goal, Sturm looks like he just pressed a button that electrically killed an intern in the back room. Doesn't he, though? It looks like German military when he fucking... He doesn't say anything. He just kind of looks at people.
Yeah, just glare.
Tell, like the players are like, "Oh shit, someone's gonna die in the fucking locker room this afternoon." Yeah. He does have that kind of like stern, But he doesn't really get on the officials much.
He was doing it a little tonight. They zoomed in on cut to him at one point, and he was saying something to one of the officials where he was like, that's bad or something along those lines. So he's maybe he's kind of growing into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe he feels like as a first year coach he can't. He can't.
Well, there's that respect thing,
right?
That happens in all sports at all levels.
Yeah, you have to earn that a little bit over time.
You do. Lethal migraine. No reason they can't make the playoffs. Add a couple of pieces along the way. It's all good.
I'm not sure I want him to do that.
I just I just want them
to, unless it can help for the future. Like,
yes,
I want a rental.
I want to do both.
Rental to try to win.
Yes,
in playoffs this year. That's not what you should be trying to do. You should be trying to build for the long term.
Mm-hmm.
If you can make a trade at the deadline that helps you now and for the long term, do it. But if you're trying to just win now, like if you're buying a guy who's a UFA to just help you win, a playoff series or two, that's not what you should be trying to do.
Shouldn't be giving up assets to do that. Connor,
is there any circumstance where you would be okay with Don Sweeney trading that Toronto first round pick?
Yes, if they got a top 6 forward that they could have for a bit.
Yeah.
That's what I would want.
Top 6 forward with term.
With term. That's what I want.
Oh, we talked about Natchez before. So, if you were trading that Toronto pick, and it would have to be someone else too. Toronto pick and someone else, and you bring back a guy like Natchez.
Or Kempe, or
right. That was signed,
like
not
by fault.
That was signed.
Then
I would be willing to do that.
Yes, I would be willing to do that too. Other than that, no, I'm not. I don't think so. As long as Sway doesn't shit his pants second half of the season, they have a shot.
They certainly do.
They do. Nat Pat, all third period was spent in our own end, and it's a Christmas miracle that we won this game the entire second half. Well, this game looked like a Montreal power play. We cannot sustain that. No, you can't. But you're also down McAvoy. You had 5 defensemen.
Yeah.
You went down Arvidsson toward the end, so you're down a forward. So it was a scramble, but I think it showed a lot of guts to get the win. I think you look at it both 2 ways. I think you can look at it as, Jesus survived. But I look at it as more, you survived because you really gutted it out.
Yeah, they gutted it out.
Against you.
Big saves, some big blocks, some big face-off wins, big clears. They made some big plays at
they did.
the right times
they
when
did.
they needed them.
Husadinov looking better every game. He reminds me of Marchand with his tenacious plays, says Joe Bandera. Wish he had his offensive talent.
We just
talked about Marchand. Yeah, Pasta gave Geekie a career. He might just do the same for Husadinov.
You know what? You might be right about that.
You might be right. You might be the career maker.
Yeah.
I thought for sure Montreal was going to score a 6-on-5, says Roarb 808. I thought so too. I thought for sure that thing was going in.
Yeah.
I did. Then
but after a couple of icings, a couple of close calls where we just barely missed the net.
Yeah.
On some of those, I thought for sure they were getting one.
Oh, I thought they were getting one. I did. Montreal makes it so easy to hate them, don't they? Says Wanderers too. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
For 45 years, I've been hating them. Yeah.
For a long time.
The team never changes. It's always the same D-bags.
Yeah. I mean, I used to yell at the TV even when I was a youngster.
Oh, my God.
And I would be watching the games, and my mom used to come downstairs and tell me that if I couldn't watch the Bruins without yelling at the TV, that she was going to turn it off.
Yeah.
So I'd have to like scream into my pillows and shit because I was so pissed when Montreal would get the early power plays and score and whatnot.
I witnessed Smitty breaking several hats off the television. He would fire his ball cap at the television hard. Yeah. That's
why you got to go the fitted models.
The fitted model, those snappy ones. The plastic ones shatter. Yeah. Matthew Curtis, tough week ahead. I would kill to avenge that loss to the Ducks. Yeah, Ducks are playing well, talented, young, with a good veteran mix. They beat you 7-5 here, or whatever it was.
Yep.
Dropped the 7 spot on you. It's gonna be a tough one there. Sharks are playing better. That's another one.
Playing better.
And who's the third team?
Kings.
Yeah, Kings are. It's no easy ones there.
No.
You could easily lose all 3.
Yes.
Sean Michael, the butter tooth, frizzled hair, Paul Mall smoking, stubbled mustache, rink bunnies. Those were the days, weren't they?
Oh, yeah.
They were the days. Wow. Iverson equals Craig Smith, both also former Preds, says Pejman.
It's a pretty good comparison.
It is a pretty good comparison.
Because Craig Smith used to fly around too with
He did. He skated pretty well, and he played hard, and he scored basically on hard work.
Yeah, he had a couple, and he had a pretty good shot. He had a couple of good years with Boston before he tailed off.
He did. Is Kuzi a legitimate top 6 talent or just striving playing with 88? The way he hunts pucks and where does Lindholm slot in when he comes back? That first liner's money right now. I think he's a third liner. I think that's his makeup just because his production overall hasn't been great. Now he might change my mind and be I don't think he's a top line center. Right. No, you don't win the Stanley Cup with him as a top line center.
No.
Top 6? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, right now, if Elias Lindholm comes back, I might slot him into that second line in place of Steve's.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But ideally, I think you want him on the third line with maybe Minton and Kastelic.
Sure.
And drop Joonas down because I don't think Joonas really gives you as much offense as the other two guys do.
No.
But can provide the physicality and stuff. So I wouldn't mind seeing, Joonas, I guess Corrali and Asimon on the fourth line.
Yeah. Craig will leave. Victor Arvidsson is out with a lower body injury and will miss time. Cam Berger. Sip, good old Rainier. Basically PNW version of Pabst, but marginally better. I used to drill PBRs back in the day.
PBRs.
They used to be 50 cents a can, like at the local watering hole a few years ago. Used to have 50-cent nights. You just fucking drill them. Zach Hayes, sip his crown with ginger and lime tonight. That's perfect. That's a good one.
Yeah,
love me some of that. I love how the lime sort of kills the sweetness just enough. You know what I mean? It's so good. Matthew Curtis, Dean Letourneau, huge leap from last year. Yes, Letourneau looks like a player. Like he's, I really want to ask Riley Tufte this. Is it true that bigger guys take longer to develop?
We should
believe that.
100%.
I'm going to ask him that because, they say it all the time.
Yeah.
And Letourneau looks like a completely different player. Watching him last night.
This should have been a freshman year at BC. So
it should have been.
Really,
they jumped the gun on it.
They did. They asked him to come early because a bunch of guys left, and he was kind of thrown into the mix as a 17-year-old playing against grown men, and struggled a little bit. But having a whole year in the program, though, lifting weights, getting stronger. Watching Paige Thompson. They asked Greg Brown about it, the coach of BC.
Yeah.
He shows them Tage Thompson tape all the time.
Yeah.
How to protect the puck and make plays using your body, and he's doing that much better. I think he has 4 goals. He scored on a unreal deflection last night.
He did, yeah.
Had another assist or 2. Really coming into his own. I think he's almost a point per game player right now.
Yeah,
as a sophomore. Pretty good. BC won again tonight. I don't know if he had any points tonight, but they won 4-0 again tonight. So
I think they won 4 in a row.
Yeah,
4 or 5 more. But yeah, it also shows that he wants it. If he's continuing to improve, he has some fire in him. So, which is good. Adriana is all about the margaritas. She loves her some margaritas.
I love me some margs too.
Me too. I might have to get, no Patriots tomorrow. I might have to go to the fucking watering hole and just get a couple of fucking mixed drinks.
Just go to margaritas and get some Heavens to Margatroids.
Oh fuck yes, I love those.
So good.
Drill a couple of those, absolutely, and some chips and salsa and queso. Good queso there.
I love queso.
Oh my God, Zach Hayes. Jesus fuck. Sorry, John. Queens better not win Game of the Year, GM of the Year, or the Game of the Year. I've been cursing him and his backers for years. Yes, the worst thing in the world would be him for the win Executive of the Year, because then you'd have him another 10 years. You'd be fucked.
Yeah.
You'd be here for the long haul. Pejman, trade Toronto's pick to Toronto for Matthew Nice. Who says no? I love Matthew Nice. I do.
Oh, me too.
I do love Matthew Nice.
Yeah.
Only deal I'm taking is Rasmus Anderson for 5 years, says Matthew Curtis. Yay or nay on Rasmus Anderson, Smitty?
Yeah.
Yay. You like you some Rasmus? And he's right shot.
He's a right shot. I mean, that's part of it. Look, he's better than what you have. That's
that's what I'll go with.
What I'll always go back to. If he's better than what you have, then I'm in. And he's better than what you have.
Would you do first rounder for Robertson?
Jason Robertson or Nick Robertson?
Oh, Jason. Must be Jason. It can't be Nick. Must be Jason. And Cairo, Jordan Cairo.
Yes. 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 First rounder for Kempe, Robertson, or Cairo.
Right.
Yeah, on all of those.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, top 6 forward who can really produce.
All of those guys are really good players. Yeah. So, yes, I would.
But there's no guarantee where you're picking with a Toronto pick, which could be like 20 or 25.
If that's a mid-first round pick, who's to say you hit? You've had Zach Senyshyn as a mid-first round pick. So I take the sure thing of an NHL guy that, is here when Pasternak's still in his prime, and you're trying to bridge that window of, some of the young guys you have and the Pastrnaks and McAvoys and Swaymans. If you can bring in some more really good veterans, that's going to help you kind of close that gap a little quicker and maybe become a contender a little bit sooner. And that keeps Pastrnak in town.
True. Travis wants to re-sign Arvidsson. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. I'm not sold. It's still early. I think he plays hard, and I think he's a pretty good player. I like his contract currently. If you could sign him for something around that, I would do it. But I'm not going up into what's he get now? 4 and something, or 5?
4 million.
I'm not going. It could start with a 5, but it can't start with a 6.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. I'm going to say it right now. I'm not going to give him $5. I don't want the guy going forward. Like right now, great, good, thanks. He's doing lovely, but he's not part of my plan. No, sorry, I'm not spending $5 million on 34-year-old or whatever the fuck he is, Victor Arvidsson, going forward. I'm really working on the makeup. You need younger, talented, need to get more impactful players. Arvidsson is a nice stopgap right now.
Sure.
I don't want him going forward.
I don't want to sign him to a long-term deal, but I would sign him
I would sign him to a 1 year, same as he has now, maybe 4.5, 5, 1 year. If you got another couple guys and Arvidsson's like a third liner who can score a little, I would do that thing.
Yeah,
I'm not doing the.
I'm not signing him to an extension during the season. I'm not doing that thing.
Right.
I'm gonna keep my money and see if there's a bigger fish out there that I can land first, and try to, like you said, bring in an impact player. But if, the free agent class is dwindling by the day and you're left with, not a lot of great options, he's not a bad option, for a couple of years. But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I want more impactful players in the top 6 going forward. And I'm not sure. Lethal Migraine says that we want Carson Lambos and David Spacek. Seriously, those two have belonged in the NHL for 2 years, and the Wild just bury them in the AHL. Probably because the Wild have better players. But, okay, I have no idea. But I feel like we have a lot of really good AHL players already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we
have an AHL juggernaut right now.
We do. I mean, it's a Calder Trophy, Calder Cup fucking candidate right now.
Yeah. It's a Calder Cup winning roster.
It is. I mean, I saw all sorts of people tweeting out today about giving us the Providence Bruins updates while the Bruins and Canadiens are playing a fucking classic game.
I know.
And I'm like, what? I'm like scrolling through Providence Bruins updates. Great. That's great. I mean, I want them to do well, and I want their players to develop, and I want them to get a chance and all that stuff, and make it to the NHL. But I'm watching the Bruins and Canadiens like playing like it's 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want that tonight. Anderson, Rasmus, some questions about his defense. Well,
there is.
There's questions about the Bruins defense too.
Mm-hmm.
And Letourneau's skating is being questioned. Terry O'Reilly evidently is a better skater.
I don't know about that.
Cab says maybe not now. It's 74, but all right. 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 rivalries back, baby. When the Bruins and Canadiens are both good, and I wish they'd play, at least 8 times a year instead of 3 or 4 or whatever it is. I wish they'd play more. I wish they would consider changing that back some, but the rivalry is back, baby. And we're all about it for sure. 2, Bruins Peeke, dynamite tonight.
Sensational.
Special teams, just dynamite. I mean, special teams for them this year is light years better, which we said it had to be. And Steve here Spot. It is, 12-8.
Steve Spot doing God's work on that power play.
Maybe we do know a little bit because we said that they needed good goaltending, and they get good goaltending tonight. We said that they needed better special teams to have any chance of being a playoff team, and they're 12-8 and first in the Atlantic Division with better special teams. Yeah. Like we said these things. We said we needed scoring by committee.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sweeney did, but and we're getting that too. So that's why you're 12-8, friends.
Yeah.
And at number 1, Jeremy Swayman. Sway is the way.
Sway is away. Sway did it tonight, and good for him.
Yeah.
3 down. The Montreal dive team. It's been that way for years and years and years.
Yes,
and it's still that way, and it will always be that way because I think they coach it. I think they say if you feel a little something, snap your head back or fall. I mean, Peeke Subban was the best and the worst at the same time. Used to drive me fucking insane, that guy. So that's number 3. Josh Anderson, number 2, because he absolutely pussies out of a fight more than once. Kastelic wanted to drop the gloves with him. He wouldn't do it. Kastelic ended up getting the only 2 on that because he actually did drop his gloves. And then Zadorov was talking to him behind the net at one point, and he didn't want any of that.
0. Smoke. Yeah, Anderson was a puss.
Any of that smoke. And he's a big kid. And he likes to throw his weight around and talk a little bit.
He likes to start it.
Yeah, talk a little bit, but he runs away when,
he does.
When the gloves, when the gloves shake off. So, Josh Anderson is number 2. And then number 1 is Gallagher, just because I can't stand the guy. He's always in and around the net, just causing havoc and problems. And he's scored plenty of big goals against the Bruins in the past, and I just flat out don't like the guy.
EA Sports, go fuck yourself.
Brendan Gallagher, go fuck yourself. Yeah,
Marshy's buddy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Archie's buddy, Brendan Gallagher. Yeah. Remember Gallagher, the guy who smashed the watermelons on stage?
Yeah. I wish
someone
Brendan
smashed his
Gallagher
head.
played more like that guy, because
Yeah.
so then I wouldn't have to worry about him. You know, I
Right.
wish he was smashing watermelons instead of
Smashing watermelons.
scoring goals against the Bruins. But
Yeah.
It's,
Pejman says that we are the beauties.
okay, there we go. Boom.
You guys are legends for doing these post games. Smitty, Matty, and Connor are always the beauty of the week. Appreciate it, Pejman.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate all you guys. You know what?
Yeah.
You guys are the beauties, not us.
You guys
It's you.
show up.
You guys showing up, coming into the comments, making it fun.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's all
Every
about.
post game. I mean, and then weekly episodes. I mean, we're gonna do like a lot of these this year, like 150.
Yeah, Connor wants to talk. He wants to get
He needs a little bit.
Let's be real honest. I mean, without these crackheads in the comments, these things would be like about 30 minutes long.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it'd be crickets.
That's true.
Yeah, crickets.
I'm trying to give them props, and you're calling them crackheads. I don't think that's a great way to go.
Yeah,
it's very endearing when you call the commenters crackheads. I'm sure they will agree.
Call them benders or something like that.
Benders, crackheads. Yeah,
they have to come up with their own name. I think we've talked about this off air. They have to come up with their own name, so we can make them a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Right, that's right.
And then we could put it like on the thing, like you have the 3 up, 3 down right now. We could put it right in the blip right there, and whatever they call themselves when they go to comments, there it is.
Like the Swifties, you guys have to come up with your own version.
Swifties, the crackheads
of that thing.
Yeah,
crackheads, whatever. You guys have to come up with it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Maybe Zach Case. Yeah. Crickets to crackheads.
Crackheads, yeah.
Streakers, Travis. Streakers.
Yeah, just for Trav.
Yeah, streakers. All right, looking ahead, Monday night against the Carolina Hurricanes at home.
Yes.
What is that prediction?
And then they head out to the West Coast. Monday, look, I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious, and I went 6-1 Montreal tonight.
Okay.
So 6-1 Carolina on Monday.
6-1 Carolina. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go 4-2 Carolina with an empty netter. I think the Bruins will give the best they can, but I don't think they'll have enough. I think McAvoy will be out, Albertson will be out, be kind of more of a ragtag bunch.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll try like hell, but I don't think they'll beat Carolina the second time at home this year. This week, Monday night, post game, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, Riley Tufte joins us live on YouTube, exclusive. Wednesday night is beginning of the Benders Up All Night train.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get Friday night,
Yep.
A real late one. I think the Ducks game's at 10:30. That thing's going to be like at 1:15
It is.
a.m.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real dude.
Yeah, Matt's going to be nude for that one.
Nude.
Tastefully done, but nude.
Tastefully done, but nude. I have like the lotion everywhere.
Yeah.
Nipple tassels in the works.
Nipple tassels.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks everybody again. Bruins win this one 3-2, 12-8, first in the Atlantic Division. Can you believe it? We'll be back at it Monday with y'all. Until then, as always, go Bruins.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.